Hi everybody, Adam the OT back again with a little help this time from Santa and my elves slash daughters,
Addie
and
Mia.
we're going to show you some of our favorite gift ideas for kind of sensory and therapeutic toys. Now these have been elf tried and tested, but they're also things that I have used over the last 10 years for kids of all ages. So we're going to look at some motor skills, fine and gross motor skills, some sensory things, all relatively inexpensive, but stay tuned to the very end because we're also going to have for the first time a little giveaway of one of the kind of fancier, more expensive pieces of kit. It's one of the only kind of fancy things I recommend because it's a really good one called the Sense Ease in collaboration with our very good friends at Sensory For You. Have given us some of these to give away as well. So without further ado, let's show you some toys. So guys, we've got 10 items to get through. Let's run through them real fast. I'll have links to the all on the bottom. Now, these aren't affiliate links. I don't benefit financially from them. I'm only recommending them because they're the things that have worked amazingly well and tried and tested for me over the years. So let's get to it. So the first one, for fine motor skills and sensory experiences, it's hard to beat. Play-Doh! Play-Doh is one of my absolute stalwarts. I've always used it for over 10 years. Abby, why do you like this as a toy?
I love Play-Doh so much because it's really soft and squishy and it feels really nice in your hand.
Very nice. And Mia?
Because you can make so much things out of it.
That's perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. So it's a great sensory experience. It's great for developing the strength and dexterity, but it also has creativity in it. As Mia said, you can make whatever you like. Okay, so Play-Doh, absolute winner. So my next recommendation is this guy. So this is Melissa and Doug's reusable sticker set. These have little background, like kind of places and scenarios like schools and fire stations and supermarkets, and lots of little reusable sticker characters and objects you can place within them. So the girls, as you can see in their little video in the corner here, made a little pizzeria and an ice cream store. Who's this guy, Abby?
That's Jeff and he's the owner of Jeff's Pizzeria.
Naturally. And Mia, who's that?
That is Gabby, the owner of the ice cream shop.
Excellent stuff. So not only is it very good dexterity and visual perceptual skills and all of these like nuts and bolts of therapy and learning, but also there's like a narrative to it. If you could have heard the girls playing with this, you could have filmed a whole Netflix special about the goings on in Jeff's Pizzeria and Gabby's ice cream stall and who all of these people were. So the storytelling and character and so much investment and emotional involvement in such a simple toy. A really good way to build those upper limb strengths. Actually put something like this on a vertical surface or even like a window, and then you're building that shoulder stability as well as getting involved with just the fun of the game, okay? Excellent. So next we're getting on to the physical stuff. So you'll see Mia up here in the corner having a great time with a little friend of mine called Mr. Peanut. So Mr. Peanut, is Mr. Peanut around, Daddy?
Right
Grab him
here.
there. He can get his moment in his 5 seconds of fame as well. So Mr. Peanut has been with me for years. He's nearly as old as she is, but it's a really great, I've always used exercise and yoga balls, but because Mr. Peanut, any peanut shaped ball, it gives a little bit of additional stability for sitting on. You'll see Mia do this kind of what's called a wheelbarrow position, so rolling back and forth with her hands on the floor. The further you are forward, the more weight on those upper limbs, but the kid is very free to play and be silly with it as well. But it's a great way to get those stabilizing muscles and joints activated. Really good then for working on writing skills. But Mia's not thinking about handwriting, she's just having a good time. Also sitting and bouncing as well. Nice organizing sensory activity. What else do we do? Oh yeah, you'll see Abby lying on her tummy and Mia squashing her down with that nice calming. She got squished, but it's kind of a nice squish. So that's called a steamroller. Absolutely classic little sensory experience, and all thanks to Mr. Peanut. Thanks, Mr. Peanut.
Thank you.
And the next activity, you can see the girls, possibly one of the favorites, one of the all-time go-tos, a little bit of a bigger item, tough to wrap and get this one under the tree, is a trampoline. So not an outdoor garden trampoline, that's brilliant too, but an indoor aerobic trampoline, sometimes called a rebounder. So mini trampolines like this are a great way to fill up those sensory cups, to get that nice, strong, impactful, proprioceptive, and movement vestibular experience as well. There's a bunch of different varieties depending on the age of the child. One specific thing I say is I like the ones like rebounders, the difference being it has a bungee instead of a spring. It's a little quieter, and I like the way it I like the bounce, for want of a better word, in these bungee type, rebounder type trampolines as well. It's a fantastic thing. Almost all my families will have a mini trampoline at the home somewhere. So next is some nice visually stimulating ones. These would be great for like a sensory visual experience, but they're just cool as well. So two of our favorites, you have indoor light projectors that are relatively inexpensive as well. Only things do break quite easily, but check them out as well, the Indoor Galaxy ones. Ones we're very attached to. So these are little night lights, but they're touch sensitive night lights. It's hard to see in the daytime here, but does it have a name, Abby?
Not really. We just call them nightlight.
Nightlight, glowy sometimes. So this little fella, and Mia has one the exact same. The reason I like them is they kind of feel nice, they're kind of squishy, but also for any child, whatever age, especially for my sensory kids, any sensory experience that are interactive. So they just touch it or bop it, and that turns on the light. It'll go through a number of colors, and they can get to select and turn it off as well. And they can turn it off and on and interact with it as much as possible. A lot of sensory toys are very passive. The child just sits there and sort of bathes in the experience, and that's fine too, but I like things where the child has some form of choice or involvement, okay? So that's why I like these dudes, but even better, in my opinion, I love this one. So you might have seen a lot of these. Abby has it on her hat, oh my goodness. Look at that for synergy, okay? This is like a mermaid or sequins pillow. We've had loads of these over the years. Now, that's nice, that's fun to do. But if you have this in a darkened room, get a little torch, even like the torch in your phone, and shine it off these sequins in a totally dark room, and pow! It's like a galaxy of lights shines around the room. It's super inexpensive, costs very, very little, and it's actually my preference over the indoor little galaxy projector things because, again, it's interactive. As the kid does this, they'll see the stars move, the colors change, and it's a really nice thing. You can be very happily there for a long time, add a little calming music, you've got a beautiful sensory experience, okay? Okay, now two of the fancier ones now we got. So the first one, this is a lot of fun. This is kind of like my secret weapon. So this is called Happy Senso. It's made by a company.
So fun.
It is so fun. So it's made by a company that are based in Netherlands, in Holland, and you might have used like shaving foam for sensory experiences before. This is like that times 100. So, you want to demonstrate? You see the girls do this in the video, but they made me promise to do it again on camera, so they can describe what it feels like. You might be able to hear it. So it crackles, close your hands. It pops, it's really cold. It's different smells, it's even different colors. This is a blue one.
Are you hearing
Hold
this?
your hand up and give each other a high five. Very
Yes,
slow
high
high five. And it melts and crackles and pops. Kind of like
Do you
that
hear
popping
this?
candy. Yeah. Hear it by your ears. But it's an amazingly intense sensory experience. Very fun for
Feels
just sensory
so
play.
nice.
I use this all the time, especially kind of transitioning from one activity to the other. This is one of the best reinforcers I have. And it's just
Lightning.
a super sensory experience as well. As the girls are showing, they're enjoying that one quite a lot.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the real big main Christmas present is this guy. So these are called Sensees, or adaptables, by a company called Sensees. So the one Mia has like, what's that, Mia?
It's like a cow kind of thing.
It's like a cow cushion, and Abby has this very kind of fun, furry, octopusy looking one.
Yeah.
Now they
Super
actually
cool.
they're soft and squishy, but they actually have kind of like Squishmallow feeling, but they actually have a vibrating element in the middle.
See?
Can I hear you, Abby?
Yeah.
Maybe they can hear it. So when the child sits on it, they'll get this little vibrational feedback through the joints.
So
Now,
it's
there's
relaxing.
the cushion versions, and they're like a squish buddy as well. Then they have these larger kind of buddies. Now these have a hot cold pack inside, so you can change the temperature. It's weighted, there's an adjustable weight pack, and there's also an adjustable vibration element in the middle. What I love these guys for is like a travel buddy, like a hug buddy, to buzz and vibrate, and it's heavy, but the child can move and kind of manipulate the weight. It's one of my favorite things to have in the car as like a little lap buddy as well. So I love these guys. This is like a little tube buddy version. Okay, my wife also loves this one too.
Yeah.
And
Moms, this is gonna be your favorite.
yeah, and we have the little adaptables vibrational seats as well. A fun little fidget toy. The little tail can work as like a fidget, gives that little bit of sensory input seated as well. Really nice for circle time also. But these were from our friend Sensory for you, and for any families living in Dubai, if you jump over to the Instagram page on Adam the OT on Instagram, I'll talk about these little Sensees toys, and we're going to give away some. We've got a few that are given to us kindly by Sensory For You by the amazing Joanne and her team over at Sensory For You. So if you like and share the post on there, then we're going to pick people at random at the end of the week and give away some of these Sensies as well, okay? And that's it. So that's our list of little holiday and basically anytime therapeutic and sensory gift ideas. Did you have fun with them, elves?
They were so fun. We love them.
I like this cat one too.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so the elves had good fun. I had good fun. These have worked for me for years. I hope you enjoyed them. Any questions, please do let me know. Thank you, my little elves. One of my elves has disappeared.
I'm back.
And she's back.
I'm back.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And before they go, what should they do, Mia?
You should like and subscribe.
Thank you so much, guys. From Adam the OT and the elves and Santa and all of us here in Dubai, Merry Christmas and out.
From the North Pole.